Quantum Conversations, your portal to the inner realms. Access infinite possibilities, infinite mastery, and infinite love. Mind-expanding, heart-opening conversations with some of the greatest spiritual teachers, luminaries, and healers of today's world. Usher in new earth by living in your sacred heart. Quantum Conversations is brought to you by AcousticHealth.com, home of music from the universe, online healing retreats, and this program. Claim your free registration to daily shows at AcousticHealth.com. AcousticHealth.com, your portal to the inner realms. Our program starts shortly. Welcome to another Quantum Conversation, brought to you by AcousticHealth.com. I'm Loren Gailey, and I invite you to sit back as we enter the quantum realm, that space of the greater part of you. It is your connection to infinite possibilities, infinite potential, and infinite mastery. And my guest today literally goes into the quantum realm in the work that she does to assist all of us in raising our vibrational energy field so that we can evolve to higher dimensions. My guest is Rebekah Renee, and she is an angelic channel here with us today to talk about photonic illumination. Rebekah, thank you for being here. Welcome to Quantum Conversations.
Hi, Lauren. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
We are excited to interface with you as well. You've got a process for all of us on a group level today, and you've also have time for some questions. You do one-on-one sessions, and you've got a couple of healing modalities, energy therapy that comes through assisted by the angelic realm. So before we get there today, let's talk a little bit about you. You have this connection to your guides and your angels, and you've always had this because you come from a very psychic family. So share with us your personal story and that point which you stepped fully into this service work that you're doing today.
Yes, definitely. Oh gosh, where do I start? A little bit as I was telling you earlier. So yes, my family in all different varying degrees, varying levels some of them were either mediums, not necessarily practicing, but on my grandmother's side, they come from a big Hungarian family with like 14 children. So a lot of ancestors, a lot of extra cousins, people that would pass away, things like that. So there was more opportunity, say, to connect with those who had just crossed over and things like that. A lot of them were psychic. They'd get impressions, kind of, as I was saying, it might be advice even to me, like, I have a really bad vibe about that boy, or, things like that. They were very in tune with their intuitive side, which was a huge gift in helping me to trust my own intuitive side. One example I could give you would be, my grandmother. Her husband worked for the railroad, and she was widowed pretty young. He had already been passed away about 5 to 6 years. And it's funny, I actually just told this story last night, so it's kind of fresh in my mind. But she was widowed and would sometimes fall asleep to watching I Love Lucy reruns at night and leave the screen door. The screen doors would be locked, but wouldn't lock her doors. And she told me this story one time. She goes, I got to tell you this. She goes, one time your grandfather came to me, and she was just sort of like coming out of the dream state. She said he tapped her on the shoulder, and she looked over, and she saw his work boots, sort of like in a faint vision, and his coat hanging up. And her name was Margaret, and he said, "Margaret, go lock your doors." And she kind of got startled, got up, locked the doors, and ended up finding out the next morning that the house 2 doors down from her was robbed, and the house in the street behind her was robbed. So little things like that, connecting in and having those abilities could have been life-saving for her. And the ironic thing was, one of her neighbors was a state police officer and the other one was a township police officer. So she kind of really didn't have any fear about that. And she got that sort of contact. So we had like the mediums, we had some of the family members who couldn't handle it, who would turn to alcohol and things like that to shut off their sensitivity. But it's definitely that's definitely one factor in my development. They were very spiritual. Some chose the path of religion, but just having those abilities and that extra sensory perception kind of came with being born into that family.
And so you now do this pretty much full time. I mean, you are in dedicated service to this.
I do.
What was that like for you were you in the mainstream world for a while, and then did something happen to have you surrender to this?
Definitely it was weird. I was sort of one of those I want to say friends psychologist without being in an office for many years, but in 8th grade, I knew I either wanted to be a psychologist or a healer, and I had a feeling it would probably take the route of healing, but it wasn't completely formed yet, but I knew. I looked around at the world around me and thought, oh my God, there's so much craziness here. Like, there has to be answers, there has to be solutions, and I wanted to learn about, I don't know, what makes people have certain behaviors. I was just very interested in things like behaviors and why we had so much, religion says love your neighbor, but we have so much drama in the world and things like that. I was curious, and also a fascination with quantum physics and wanting to know how everything worked, like what the stars were about and the mysteries that they didn't tell you about in school and things like that. And which a lot of this came about learning about the quantum field later down the road, but I ended up getting married and had some regular 3D jobs. I worked at an airline for a while, different things like that. I took many to enhance what I do, many other classes from other people to help me along the way. Had many teachers, both spiritual, non-spiritual, just to enhance the gift. For years, I focused on cellular memory healing, which I did hands-on. I was part of a healing center in Pennsylvania and loved doing that. Got to work with a lot of people. And then in 2013, I called it my own baptism by fire. I'd come back from what I called a light worker mission in Australia. I was over there working with people with addictions for a brief period of time and came back completely, quote, jumped a timeline and wasn't able to go right back into the old healing center. My vibration had gotten bumped up and my gifts started increasing to something I had never, to an energy level I wasn't familiar with, and had to learn how to deal with things like vertigo now, which I really didn't have too much of before, and went through a divorce. I called it my quantum cooking, sometimes taking like 6 baths a day, eating popsicles from the tremendous heat from the angelic realm. And at that time, I'm very much a person that asks questions. So I was like, yeah, tremendous radiation. So I was like, okay, what is this? And they're like, we're taking you in through the photon belt, and you're going to work with angels that would say if they had a location would be from that location. They just said we're photonic energy, and you're going to work with groups rather than do your one-on-one client sessions. Although I will work with those too still, but the energy will come in and sort of connect them with our field, and we'll use you as a vessel. And I was like, okay. So that's a little bit about, it was about 5 months I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't drive.
Because of the vertigo?
The vertigo and the disorientation, and just having access to more dimensions, more realms that I wasn't used to seeing through human eyes or in a human body, and just trying to be like, whoa, like just having my perception go further than it had ever been before. But yet it was very difficult because it was a cleansing of any density that I was still carrying, and still we all continue to release heavy emotions and density. But being so ethereal, like walking into, say, a supermarket and almost feeling like a ghost because you've moved into a lot of your light body and the rest of the population looks so unfamiliar, or things like that. It was like, whoa, it was like I'm here, but I'm not here.
You know, we've had many people have reported the dizziness. So how did you handle that? You know, you said you didn't really leave your bed because you were experiencing the other dimensions. What would you recommend that people do if they experience that? It's a call to slow down and pay attention. It's a call to surrender. Slow down, pay attention. Trust, and the other thing is, and this all happened, mind you, I'm in my 40s, in my sister's bedroom at my dad's house. I'm like, okay, the money is running out. All the doors closed. I'm finishing this divorce that I'm going through because our mission together is complete. And looks like I'm not going back to the old job, and kind of trusting like there's a new door is going to open even if you can't see it yet, and that you're going to be provided for along the way. Yes, trust, surrender, and trust. Okay. So you didn't get fearful of that vertigo. I think that's a key point to make is, you know, the mind could go there like, what's going on? Yes. I can't say that I didn't. I did have, it works a lot better now. I was traveling out in California, and at the one time, the interesting part of it was, so I'm 5'2". I'm a pretty short person, but I'm in the car driving. I believe it was San Luis Obispo or some mountainous area, and the interesting part of it, what it was like for me was like my energy body was on the other side of the mountain before the car was, before the physicality of me was there, and it was like, oh gosh, things that I guess like people would experiment with drugs to try to get those kind of highs were just kind of happening naturally, and it was like, okay, there's got to be a way to tether in and do this, and I continued to just work with it and got back to driving, and but there was some fear with it, definitely. A fear of like a loss of control. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. A lack of control. Okay. Well, then really it was an expansion of consciousness. Exactly. Okay. You literally that's just heard my thought. Okay. Yeah. Well, all right, and so now here you do this work, angelic cellular memory healing. And that's my specialty. Okay. And then you mentioned the photonic light. So talk a little bit about this and what we can expect, because you're going to do a group process for us. I will, yes. Definitely. And everyone's different. A lot of times I can feel if everyone went through at the soul level. How this first started happening for me alone, and then I was like, oh my gosh, it was such a beautiful experience. I was like, I'm going to try to take a group through here, and it became successful. So I've done it over the years. Basically, the angels will come in and they'll part 3 veils. And what they do, they'll begin to spin the electrons, which brings in more of that divine feminine energy. And what that does, because it's a high love frequency, it will open up the heart and release any fears they have of traveling, of becoming that expansive. Because one time, this was several years ago, a lady was in a session. She was
I had a private session with her. She was from another country, and she was a little tripped out. She said, I never realized I could be that big, and is it okay to come back now? And I said, absolutely. And this was spontaneously happened. I actually didn't try to take her into those realms per se, but she kind of ended up there through the energy of the session. And she was a little tripped out. Most people were fine with it though, and then we grounded her back in though.
Good. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Well, is there anything else you want to add about the photonic illumination? Because I think we're ready. I think we're all ready to receive, and then we'll go to individuals. So, all right, relax.
Definitely. And what we can do, because I think I put it in the flyer, do a little RNA and DNA work. And I wrote it. I'll just go over it very briefly, and they can read it like in the advertisement and the promotional material. But a lot of people do DNA activations, and most people are probably doing the same thing I'm doing. But I wrote a little bit of information about what the DNA actually deal with and the 12-strand DNA and stuff like that, so they can read it over later. It's cool knowledge to have and to know about. So if you're okay with it, we could traverse and do the photon illumination aspects, and then do a little DNA work, and then private or callers. Would that be okay?
That sounds wonderful. Okay, Rebekah. Thank you.
Yay. All righty. So definitely, if everyone could get into a nice, comfortable place. Yes. And just begin by taking a deep breath in through the nose. Sending this breath deep into the belly. And then another deep breath in through the nose. Sending this breath deep into the belly. Completely relaxing. Letting go of the past. Letting go of the future, coming into the eternal now, where God is. And then one more deep breath in through the nose, bringing consciousness into your physical body. Completely relaxing. And now we invite in all of the healing angels of the energy field. Our guardian angel, that amazing being that watches over us from birth until death. Our soul council, those amazing beings of light that help us plan each and every one of our incarnations. We have over 100 of them for each and every one of us. All of the star beings, light beings, and all of our ancestors who would love to connect in with us now and be part of this process, knowing that they too are evolving right alongside of us, that there is still pure consciousness, and they are the bridge that are helping us as we communicate more and more across these veils, helping us to unite heaven and earth. And if at any time you feel the need to shift your breath, sometimes huge rushes of quantum energy will come in, and that's perfectly normal for these processes. So we're just going to ask the angels to part the first veil. Dakashimahi tera'a ukumusho ama barakesimahi u kushumaha tarai kishimahe. Feel the angels coming into your rooms with unconditional love, a piercing love that you may have never known before. Feel the tremendous joy and peace that they bring to you as they release all mental constructs and all forms of fear. And continue to allow your energy bodies to expand and expand as the angels prepare us to cross in and through the second veil as one unified field of light and glory. Jakashimahi'i kumuhu u kushara amara kesendara itere ikishimahe e ikishimahatare ikishi. Coming into a remembrance of what it's like to be free from form, pure energy, completely untethered, with the freedom to travel across our universe, multiverses, and omniverses. And as we continue to rise in frequency, we ask the angels to align our hearts as one with our Creator. One love, one heart, and one mind. And one more veil to cross through, feeling the tremendous levels of heart energy that connect and unite each and every one of us as soul family. Dakashimahi'i kishimahu, Buddha manase, marakishimahi'i tara arrakasadara amakisitara ikishi. And we cross over and in through the third veil. And touching heart to heart, soul to soul, and wingtip to wingtip, we continue ascending upwards and onwards into the Godhead realms of spirit, collapsing all time continuums in this dimension, knowing that we can create, be, do, and have anything that we truly desire, filled with unlimited energetic potential. So if everyone would like to just set an intention, we're going to focus, and everyone's DNA is already activated, but just realign, optimize, and re-enhance our first pair of DNA, and this deals with our physical body. So just receive this now. And we're also going to clear out the RNA from any distortions. RNA goes back to literally if there was a beginning of time, it's what connects us to eternity, beings without beginning or without end. And continue to feel the love of the angels and the joy that their love brings to you. Knowing that you will never be forgotten, never be left behind, as we were created in love, by love, and for love. And make no mistake, no doubt about it, we're going home, back home to love. Now if you could focus upon your second pair, this will be to optimize, realign, and enhance your emotional bodies. Okay. And next we'll focus upon the third pair, the genetic mental profile, mental body. Optimizing, realigning, restructuring. And next, the fourth pair, which is our soul profile. This deals with our karma and our karmic lessons. Once again, repairing, realigning, restructuring. And next, the fifth pair, which deals with our soul group. This is the pair that sends out vibratory signals into the universe, energetically drawing our soul family to us, those familiar beings, familiar friends, romantic partners. So just receive and feel the next alignment. And finally, the sixth pair. This pair in its full active potential aligns us perfectly with divine will to the point where we actually won't be able to live without it. So just feel your sixth pair realigning, restructuring, and reactivating. And from this space of peace, love, harmony, and unity, we could see ourselves above the photon belt, holding hands and also connecting wingtip to wingtip. We could just send this blessing and love energy out to our beautiful planet, to every man, woman, child, plant, and animal that needs our help right now. Recognizing that they too can return home to love, and that they are never alone, for they are of the light. And now we can begin our descent. Bringing our consciousness in and down through the third veil. Many of our electrons still spinning pretty fast, which is a beautiful thing. Lots of divine feminine energy, which brings us in perfect balance to balance the masculine. And continuing to descend downwards. And at this point in the second veil, if we could ask the angels of the photon belt if they personally have a message for each and every one of us, if they could transmit that message now. And any other messages from your higher self, just ask your own higher self if they have a message for you in this now moment. And we continue to descend downward in and through the first veil, bringing back all the knowledge, all the wisdom that we might have gained in just that split second of moment of high consciousness, bringing back with us into the physical, descending our consciousness in and down through our 8th chakra or soul star, which is seated about 4 feet above the head. Continuing to bring this energy and consciousness in and down through our crowns. In and down through our third eye. Continuing to stream down through our throat. In and down through the heart. In and down through the solar plexus. Continuing down through the sacral. Down through the root. Continuing to send the divine spark in and down through both of our legs. In and out through our feet. Connecting in 4 feet below with the tectonic plates of the earth and the Earth Star Chakra. Continuing to send this energy in and down to the crystalline core and heart of Mother Earth, tethering us in 3 times like an anchor on a ship, bringing us completely back into the physical with renewed energy, renewed hope, and definitely renewed love and connection. And another way to ground in case you need to drive or do anything like that is to take your left hand and place it upon the right knee and your right hand and place it upon the left knee. That's another grounding process. And hope everyone enjoyed that and could feel the presence of the angels with you. Whew. We'll give her a minute to come back. Okay.
That is so beautiful. I really do hope everyone can feel that. What a beautiful, I want to use the word electrifying.
Okay.
But it's not even that. You know, it's not even that harsh. That word seems too harsh because wasn't it pristine? It was very pristine.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Moments like that, it's just like, get out of the way. I just get out of the way and just, it's funny. And I definitely consider myself introverted a little bit. So, but it's funny when they take over, it's like they just flow. So blessed to work with them.
Well, we thank you for that, and we thank the angels for this beautiful experience. Literally, we can feel it in our bodies. So if anyone would like to share, please do. That always is very helpful for others who may not be able to identify any feelings. It helps when we hear other people's experience. It helps us recognize, okay, I did feel something or I did notice something. So we'll allow people to do that over our Q&A box. Now, let's move into time with our callers. If you're listening to this on our web page, you may want to come to the page again and join by web call if you'd like to share your voice with Rebekah. Rebekah, is that the best way for people to, we unmute the person and they ask you the question, or can people also ask a question over the Q&A box, typewritten?
Sure. You know what? Probably whatever's easier for the person is fine with me, definitely.
Okay. Great. So let's go to our callers, and we're going to Santa Ana, California, cell phone caller with the number ending in 7355. Hi, you're unmuted. What's your name, please? Cell phone caller. We'll come back to Santa Ana. All right, let's go. I believe it's Aubrey in Whitehall, Michigan. Hello, you're unmuted.
Hi. Hey, it's Destiny.
Destiny. Hello.
Hey. Wow. I am going through similar things like Rebekah mentioned, where there are days where I don't really feel any sensations at all, and then other days where literally my head is spinning and I'm literally feeling like different sensations going through my head as if I'm going through the different dimensions. And I'm actually feeling that kind of today, but it's coming up in aches and pains in my neck and in my head. And I was gone all day, and I come home now, and now I'm just in a weird phase where I feel like I'm high or on some kind of drugs or something, and just, yeah, literally like, yeah.
I know the excitement of light body, of living in light body, right? On a sense, it's positive because we're releasing all the heavy stuff. And you think about the astronauts, like how this affects our physicality when they're up there and they're sort of floating like that, you know, and how they have to try to eat and stuff, you know, it's like, oh my God, we're in a sense trying to learn how to function in these new crystalline bodies, and it's like experiential. We're like, okay, this works, well maybe this doesn't work. And I totally feel you and understand you. On the positive level, moving so far into the light body, things like cancers, diseases, as we clear out the heavy density, we're less acceptable to getting those things because those are all from holding all that stuff in. So on a positive level, even though we have to sometimes I have to make several lists on what I'm going to do today because I forget everything. Yes, we're so much in the now moment that it's like, okay, I might not remembered something from like last year because I'm in the eternal now, and then again I'm in the eternal now, and it's like I've had people get mad at me and say, you don't remember that? And I'm like, I'm in the present, but I'm going to try to recall it. So I understand that. So the back of the neck is where we hold threat at the cellular level, so I can send you a little clearing right now if you would like.
Oh, that'd be lovely. Thank you. And it's like in my neck around my head, almost like a halo or something around my head. I can't explain it. It goes
literally your angel halo. That's all part of, that's obviously a crown chakra opening with the halo around the top of the head for sure. And the positive aspect of that, once you get past the uncomfortable or weird feelings of it, is the crown chakra is our connection to source. So you can, as it clears out and whatever it's healing and expanding with the crown, you can expect a closer connection to God. So it's a beautiful thing if you try to see the positive in it. But yeah, I'll go ahead and I'm going to work on the back of your neck right now. So just set an intention mentally to clear, heal, release, or let go of any blocks in the back of the neck. Okay, and the angels are pulling out and releasing from the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual layers.
I'm feeling it through my whole spine. Literally like something just came out of my whole spine.
Yeah. Yeah, they call that like a somatic reaction, especially if it's something you've been holding for a long time. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, and now the angels are going to re-imprint that at the cellular level with the energy and vibration of support. So how this will play out in your life is, instead of drawing people or even people in the past that may have made you feel threatened emotionally, even if you imagined it or perceived that they did, to draw people that support you, make you feel supported, and support your mission. I mean, obviously these things are sometimes like peeling layers of an onion, but yeah, I'm definitely getting some layers off right now and hopefully clearing it out.
It's really warm. Wow, I'm like hot.
Yeah, that's the photo.
Cool. That is cool.
Whew. Yeah, some serious work going on here.
Yeah, I was sweating myself. I prepared before the call with a big 44-ounce drink of the sports drink or whatever it is.
Wow,
Okay.
thank you so much, Rebekah. Wow, Lauren, this is awesome.
So you feel better, and that's
I am
excellent.
feeling like all kinds of something all at once. I can't even explain what all is going on with me right now.
I just had a date with Destiny, too, so this is really cool. I love your name. I love your name.
Wow. Thank you.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome.
Thank you so much. The angels are
Thank
certainly
you so
with
much.
you. Wow. Okay.
Thanks,
Awesome.
guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we're going to take another caller now. Let's go over to Tennessee, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Phone number ending in 5602. Hi, you are unmuted. Can you tell us your name?
Yes, my name's Janet.
Hi, Janet.
Hi, Janet.
I just want to know what's going on in my sinuses that keep them stopped up a lot for years and years and years.
Your sinuses?
Yes.
Okay, let me just tune into you for a minute. Well, definitely chemtrails. I'm seeing, yeah, you're definitely, sort of what I describe myself as a, what's the word? Hypersensitive, I want to say. Super sensitive. You have a high level of sensitivity. Definitely seeing, some susceptibility to allergies. I don't know if you've ever been tested, but definitely that, and the stuff like the GMOs. One thing, they're showing me definitely some, actually not some, but, and obviously I'm not giving medical advice, I know the whole disclaimer thing, but definitely some lemon water may help open up your sinuses, and some turmeric. But what I will do right now, I will do some definitely clearing to, help them open up, if that's okay with you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's something that affects me too, so I completely understand it. I'm just going to focus on your crown first. And sometimes too, with the pineal gland expanding to hold more and more light as it's our antenna, sometimes that will cause that very unhappy sinus pressure as it's expanding. That can happen too.
Oh, that's interesting.
Mhm. Yeah, we're opening all, activating all of those circuits in the brain that have been dormant and that are made for this generation, this part of the evolution of our species. Very intense on our physical bodies. Okay, now I'm going to focus on your third eye and also work with the sinuses. Okay, now I'm just working with the eyes. Okay. Hopefully that gets things unblocked and flowing. Definitely, too, I saw a vision of you with needles in you, so definitely maybe adding some acupuncture if you haven't already. There are a lot of clinics nowadays where you can get in for like sometimes several sessions. I was thinking that may help you also.
Okay.
The community
I've been to an acupuncture guy before for something else, but yes.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I saw the vision of you with them in you. Sometimes too, it's trying a bunch of things at once, but hopefully, the energy work was able to, hopefully start and get some things unblocked and flowing. And, yeah, I was definitely seeing the lemon water could assist you too. So,
okay, thank you.
best of luck. Thank you. So nice meeting you.
You too.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Janet. Okay. How do you feel after that?
Well, I could feel it in my left sinus. It's the worst side. And I could feel all this energy going on in there.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, sometimes it's the start of it, starting to feel the flow. Yeah, we can get blocked up, as if, all the meridians and the points, as if a beaver were damming up a river. It's so important to keep them flowing, and there's so much that can block that flow, including all of the wonderful foods out there and stress and so many things.
That's true.
Okay.
But thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. So, like the energy work that you do, will that continue for a while? She'll continue to feel that?
Definitely. It definitely can. Sometimes it can even last up to 7 days. The angels will come in and work at the cellular level. Definitely. And sometimes, depending on the severity of the case, I had one lady, a lot of times I haven't done them in a while, but I used to do live streams, and I would take people on the live streams and do healing because I'd run so much energy through my physical vessel, and it would help me sleep at night. But a particular lady she had breast cancer. She went through traditional methods with it, I believe. She did the chemo and the other stuff, but 2 tumors came back, one in, I believe, the lymph node and one in the lung or something. The angels were able to get that in 2 short sessions, and her next CAT scan showed that they disappeared, or MRI. But then there's other people sometimes have more stubborn issues, so it's like, I guess that's why you do that. Well, there's no disclaimer, but a lot of times it's very effective.
Wow, those stories are just so wonderful, and I just have to honor you and thank you for that service work that you do. And so here's to all healers who really help someone align with their higher frequencies, with their higher self. Would you really, I know we're being assisted by the angels, but if you were to quantify it, is that what's going on? We're really connecting more with ourselves.
Definitely. And in a sense, even though the angels are assisting, and like say like a channel like me or a channel like you, or in a sense, not only are we just holding the space, but we're helping to trigger the release of certain things, but they're always the one that does the healing, of course.
Yes.
Definitely. Their higher self, their angels, definitely. And sometimes, too, they'll even bring to them the realization, like, why did I create this illness on some level? Why did this happen to me? Sometimes it's for spiritual awakenings. Things like that can definitely shake someone to their core and wake them up into other realities, other things, heal them from long-standing things that were all along contributing to the illness. There's so many aspects to it.
Mm-hmm. Well, good work. Okay, so let's continue. We're going to go to Joe in Washington State. Hi, Joe.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome.
So how can our beloved Rebekah help you today?
Oh, well, I just want to say I found out you're going to be on this show because I've been following Patrick's Facebook posts and all that stuff, and so I just really think it's great what you guys are doing. Yeah, really great stuff. And But yeah, well, with me, as far as pain and stuff like that, I've had stuff going on in my mid back, like shoulders and neck for years, and I'm just starting to figure out how to use breathing techniques and stuff like that to release the energy and stuff. But anything you could do would be grand.
If you just want to set a strong mental intention to heal, clear, release, and let go of these issues that are troubling you on all levels, and I'll go ahead and I'll start with your neck, and then I'll go down to the shoulders. Once again, at the cellular level, the neck is where we store threat. And if you think about it, at the cellular level, if you were to walk into a haunted house that may have spirits or something in it, and your neck hairs would stand on end, that would be that alerting you to something like that. And this stuff can go back previous lifetimes and in your ancestry, the whole epigenetic thing where you're carrying great-great-great-great-grandpa's, one of his fears that are somehow you got blessed to hold in your neck. It works on all this levels, so.
Awesome.
So we're just sending the intention for it to go back to the point of origin. And I'm going to go ahead and start on your neck.
Yeah, it feels warm. Feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like I'm wearing a hot pad right now.
Yeah.
Great.
Awesome. Releasing from the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. I know I have to laugh. I live in Florida, but I have most of my light worker friends on the other side of Florida, so I get to do some hands-on work on them sometimes. And my friend Miriam, she's always like, God, those were like searing irons. And I'm like, awesome, as long as it's helping you. I'm like, that's the goal. And we're re-imprinting, once again, the back of the neck with the energy and vibration of support. Okay, now I'm going to move down to the shoulders. And shoulders are carrying the weight of the world upon your shoulders. All of the shoulds in your life, could have, should have, would have. And continuing to release out of the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual layers. Yeah, you definitely got a lot in the shoulders.
Yeah. It's like someone told me just to lean back and let it happen. That's what I did.
Yeah. Also, too, codependence can be stored in the shoulders and worrying about the opinions of others.
Yeah.
So much we can hold in there. Okay, and imprinting the shoulders with the energy and vibration of freedom.
Yeah, it's very calming.
Yeah, that's what I love about this work. I sent a very late session to someone last night, and I was like, okay, I might fall asleep in the middle of the session. I'm going to try not to, but yeah. Okay, and we'll continue a little bit more with the shoulders. Okay. And once again, hopefully we got some of the layers off that were contributing to the pain and the discomfort. And hopefully we got it all and cleared it for good. So,
Thanks for the ride through the veils. That was fun.
You're welcome. I loved going through there. You're so welcome. Thanks for following us, and thanks for calling in tonight.
Yeah, great. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah.
Thank you. It is cool to witness how the energy is palpable.
Yes. You know, I laugh often on work with Patrick, and that was his big thing. He's like, wow. He's like, that stuff's palpable. I said, yeah, that was those 5 months of downtime that brought in that kind of energy. It's a blessing, though, when to be able to make other people feel better and lighter. Help to assist them in that way, for sure.
Yes, okay. All right, we're going to move on. Let's go to Cassandra. I think it's Cassandra, Palo Alto, California. Phone number ending in 6799. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, is this Cassandra?
Hi, this is Cassandra. I was a little afraid, but I'm going to go ahead and ask. Thank you for taking my call. And I had surgery, I had appendicitis a couple of years ago, and then they waited for a year to take it out this year. Right. And I've been having I think it's energy back in my back because I've been having muscle spasms in my stomach. And I was hoping maybe you could help me.
Definitely. That's what I was just going to say. Stomach and adrenal. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So, go ahead if you're in a nice relaxed space and able to fully open up and receive the energy.
Okay.
And just set a strong intention or prayer to release all these blocks. And we'll set an intention. This will be for your highest good and highest healing. And we're going to start sending the energy into your solar plexus. Okay, now I'm on the right side, stomach and adrenals. At the cellular level, this holds stress and powerlessness, power chakra issues.
Oh, okay. Well, I feel the energy working down there. I felt it in my solar plex. And then I felt it go down. Yes.
Yep, we're still on the right side. Okay, now we're just starting the releasing part from the right side. Physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual layers.
I feel it in my head now.
Okay, now I'm going to go to the left side, stomach and adrenals. And the angels are imprinting the cellular level, at the cellular level with the energy of ease, relaxation and ease. Also, we're going to ask them to give an upgrade to your immune system. They're showing me to go down and work on your kidneys too while I'm here, so we're just going to clear out the kidneys. Kidneys hold fear.
You know, and I think that might be some of it as well, because I said, what's down there? Yeah, that may be part of the kidney stuff as well.
Oh, definitely,
but,
yeah. We all get these, so.
Yeah.
Just from being human, having emotions, having thoughts, having a mental body. It's like, we're so complex. Okay, still working at the kidneys. And we're just releasing now from the right kidney.
I feel something moving back there.
Yeah, me too. Okay, at the left kidney now. Yeah, there's more in the right kidney, a little bit in the left. Okay, and we're imprinting with the energy, the angels are, the energy and vibration of safety.
I am safe.
You are safe.
I feel it going down my legs.
Yeah. Clearing out all that old survival stuff. No longer needed.
I thought I cleared it, but I guess not.
I know. I've been there before. Like, gosh, I already worked on this like 10 times. There's a little bit left. What?
And I feel tears coming in, so it's something that... Thank you.
Yeah. You're so welcome. Thank you. We're going to ask the angels to continue to work with you throughout the night and throughout the week and heal this issue once and for all.
Bless you. Thank you. I'm so tired of it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Cassandra.
Thank you, Lauren. Thank you so much for taking my call. I really appreciate you.
I'm glad that you could be helped with this process. The angels are with you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I believe it.
You know, I know I'm not the only one that can feel this energy as well, right? Even though you're working on people specific, I can feel it. And when you said the safety, my goodness, I could feel that. And also that came to me when we were in the process, and the message from the higher self was, you are safe.
Safe. So, yeah. And it's such particularly the times we're in, I mean, the shifts of everything we're going through, the earth shifting, we're and on some levels moving into the unknown, and just like on the positive level, on the negative level, the energy of fear is contagious, but on the positive level, the energy of love is also very contagious. So it's like we're working against that constantly that's in the collective and trying to rise above it and trying to infiltrate the collective with the love so they can release the fear. It's like, so I understand it, definitely. We all go through that, and many things too. We came into this lifetime to heal and clear from other times that we're working through. We're so multidimensional and so many aspects to us.
Yes. Well, now we're going to go to a question from our Q&A box. And Linda in Scottsdale, she asks, do we come into a lifetime with more than one mission or purpose? I have received a message saying your work is done 2 different times over the last 10 years. I'm not sure what it might mean. Do you have any insight?
Yes, definitely. On a sense, like the overall theme can be our soul's essential action, per se. That's the word I want to use. The theme of it, there's usually a main theme, but we can still offer many services. Like, for example, I have a friend that's a dermatologist, and I saw one time reading her cellular memory or Akashic records, her making look like a Mayan civilization or Aztec, making mud pies and soothing people's skin with them. So in a sense, if you look at how that played out, she came back just in a high-tech, more lab-oriented style of helping people with their skin. So it's like, on some level, things like that happen where you have that major theme of your life, but then other times we can offer like so many other services besides that. Like, and they're all important. Like, no one's necessarily better than anyone else. Like, it might be someone's purpose just to hand somebody fresh picked flowers from their garden one day. And that might be the theme, the biggest thing they did of their day, but yet that impacted the other soul because they may have felt forgotten or something like that. Like it could be such little things that are part of the mission too, or big things like discovering the cure for cancer or things like that. So definitely sometimes we shift services. So I definitely believe in that personally.
Okay. And then we have a question from Judith in Denver. She says, I wonder, can you tell, do I have a new guardian angel?
Ooh. Let me close my eyes and tune in for a minute. Okay, don't hold me to this. I'm seeing it's your same guardian angel, but they're coming in and presenting to you and a different light, a different aspect, and a different frequency. And what's happening as you are, I don't want to say leaving the third dimension and becoming, but in a sense, becoming more of an angelic human. You are perceiving it, you can perceive it differently. I'm reading the same soul signature, and it can be a little tricky at times because, like I said, we have our soul council, we have so many beings, power animals that work with us. But that's what I'm reading with, I want to say her energy. Most of them are androgynous, but the energy, it's presenting to you a little differently, and the communication's going to be clearer. Definitely with your intuition, like go left, go right, go date this person, divorce this person with both personal relationships. A closer communication, it's going to be an energy that makes you feel safe, secure, and the love vibration. And don't be afraid if the angel comes to you. Sometimes they can be that beautiful, blinding white light and almost be intimidating because their love energy is so strong for us to perceive in a human capacity. But your angel is definitely, you'll feel heat in your heart. That's that angel drawing closer to you. And that was the message I got. So.
Okay, beautiful. Well, we would love for our audience and our community to check out a personal session with Rebekah. She is offering this on the special offer that's available on this website. And Rebekah, can you go into this, what you do? Because we're seeing a little taste of it here. What are the sessions like that you do? How long do they last?
They last, I'd say roughly around an hour, sometimes a little longer, depending on what we're talking about, things like that. They can go an hour to an hour and 15. I've had them go an hour and a half. Once you get into that flow, it's like you want it to last forever, but they go at least an hour. A full entire clearing of all of the cellular memories areas. It includes many of the organs where we hold trauma and things like that and store things in. And once again, working on all levels, the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual, going as deep as we can. And it's amazing because you can never release anything if there's something you're trying to release, but at the soul level, you're not ready to release it, it works with you at the soul level to what you need on those levels. But most people have tremendous breakthroughs and success. They work with a lot, blocks to forward movement in your life, things that you can't get past sometimes, depending, and some, as with anything, some take more than one session, sometimes one session, and people are pretty transformed. They work with you at the soul level with the soul star. I work a lot. I love working with the 8th chakra, and that's working with people to help develop their soul's mission and clear any blocks to them living it and doing exactly what they came here to do. We work with that a little bit, some manifesting. Each person's a little different, so, but yeah, they're very peaceful, very relaxing, and once again, people feel the heat, the warmth. People that are sensitive usually will. So, yeah.
Mhm. Well, I just want to share a note from Destiny, who you worked on. She's like, wow, after I got off the call with Rebekah, my arms and hands started tingling, like all the channels in my arms opened, and I could feel the energy work Rebekah did on Janet in my body too. My pineal activating. And my crown opening. Woohoo!
Yay! I know, and on some level, it's like when we gather together collectively, maybe the entire group has a theme that they're releasing at the same time. You know what I mean? We all kind of came together, and it's like, and then we all go away feeling so much lighter. Hopefully in the future, too, working on my tech skills. I'm hoping to have more products and MP3s down the road and stuff like that, but yeah.
Yes, so for now, personal sessions available for our community. Thank you so much for that. Again, it's available at acoustichealth.com/special offers/angelic. So let's take at least one, maybe two more callers. We're going to go to Nancy. Hi, Nancy.
Yeah, hi, Loren.
Hi.
Wow. I noticed that I can get constrictions in my chest. Oops. Whoopsie. I gotta take my GPS thing out. Yeah, and I see a pattern that it's from like heartache. It's, it just seems to be more heartache, finally healing. So I want to thank you to just be aware of it,
Yeah. Would you like me to send us? I can send you some direct healing for it. Definitely.
I would love it. I would love that.
And the heart cellular memory holds heartache, betrayal, abandonment, disappointment. Yeah. Okay. So if you could just focus your awareness upon your heart. And just set a strong intention to clear, heal, release, and let go of any blockages relating to the heart. Okay, and just releasing from the physical, mental, emotional and spiritual layers. Okay, and the angels are imprinting where they're releasing the heartache. They're going to come and imprint it with the highest vibrations of divine love in its place.
Ask them to put safety in there. Without safety, I can't love. Yeah, without safety and trust, I can't love. I don't want to just love to love. I mean, I can, but that's not the point of.
Right. I understand.
I got to get underneath to the safety, security kind of feeling first, the foundation. I got to feel safe.
Let's go ahead and work on your third eye for a minute. Trust issues are the third eye, so I'm going to focus on there, and we'll work with the trust issues.
Okay. You don't want to work on my fourth eye? Haha. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, when the third eye has a block, so you might have, your intuition might say, oh, I really want to love this person, and it feels natural, but then the trust issues will come in, and they'll sort of block the heart. It's how they all work together, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're right on, yeah.
Well, including your own intuition, because we're working with intuition right now, so releasing the trust issues will help you even to trust your own intuition. Because imagine if your intuition led you down a path and then you felt like you got burned when you went down that path or someone hurt you. You're like, oh, you're going to be like, oh, well, I can't trust my own guidance. So we're working with that right now.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm just going to briefly work with the lungs. So lungs hold issues relating to self-worth, so clearing those out, it will help you to feel worthy and open when that new love comes for you.
Okay.
Also. And you'll be able to trust it, too. I know so many issues.
They're all, you're right, they're all interconnected. I mean, I can love the heart of everybody because we're all created in the image of God. But when it comes to our earthly patterns, I can't always love somebody, you know?
Right, and sometimes, too, what will happen is someone comes along, say, and they're offering you love, and the love is stronger than what you're used to. Most people reject it because it's, like, foreign. So the cellular system will be like, this is a foreign invader, even though it's a good one, and it's filled with love.
Yeah, we have to get used to that kind of receiving of genuine love, authentic love.
Definitely. Definitely, and you definitely can, and reprogram all that to where it becomes the major familiar. All of the positive and the negative stuff becomes like so unfamiliar. It's Okay, so we just work with the heart, the third eye, and the throat and lung area.
Wow.
How does that feel, Nancy?
Yes, I can just feel ever so slightly. It kept getting lighter and lighter and got a little stuck there. And I'm just sort of breathing through it. And, I do feel less constricting,
Yeah, energetically, it's like you had yellow caution tape around you. Like,
Right.
and yeah, especially from damages and past hurts and stuff like that. That's the instinctive thing to do. I mean, even animals will do it, you know. So.
Yeah. Well, I learned about releasing just to invite say thank you to the pain, thank you for coming out of my system. I'll love you if you stay forever and ever. I'll love you if you leave. And yes, you're no longer my friend. Just come on out and go out with my breath out into the universe. Whew. Yeah.
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 Beautiful.
Wow, that felt nice. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for calling in, too.
Oh, yes, indeed. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
I love Loren. I love Loren.
We love you. We love you. Okay.
A bushel and a peck.
A bushel and a peck. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Perfect. Okay. Well, there are more questions than we can get to tonight, so I want to invite everyone to check out a personal session option with Rebekah. That is a very beautiful offering and quite affordable too for her time. And I hope that would help the person who says that with the headaches, excruciating headaches, since 17 years of age and now 55 along with seizures. This person says now the skull is separating, and is there anything that can be done? So Rebekah, I don't know if that requires like a longer session, but just feel into this person and see you can help, or the angels certainly can assist.
Definitely they can. I'll send, definitely if they're still on and listening, I'll start sending a little bit of healing right now, and then yeah, definitely probably at least one session. So I'm just going to begin by sending into the crown. And one of the amazing things is to always keep, because part of it is the person in the healing process, to keep in mind that the body is capable of absolute miraculous regeneration. No matter what medical science says, it is very capable of regeneration. Okay, just working with the crown right now. That just brought back a memory. Several years ago when I worked at the Healing Center, I also had a side job working with disabled people, and one of them had seizures pretty often, and I was able to help him in the moment stop them. I haven't seen him in years, so I'm not sure how he's doing, but I'm sending a strong intention that this helps with the seizures. And now focusing on the forehead. And just now going to focus on the back of the neck. And continuing to release from the physical, mental, emotional, spiritual layers. Okay. Hopefully that was able to assist him.
Beautiful. And if that caller is still on the show, you're welcome to share your comments about how you're feeling with that. Beautiful. Okay. So as we say goodbye, we have a question from Verna, which is interesting. So maybe a little bit of clarification. So if we all have guardian angels, why are there earthbound spirits?
Why are there earth? We all have guardian angels. Not to say their guardian angels aren't working with them. The earthbound spirits, a lot of times wanting to, well, you've heard of I don't know if you've ever heard of negative earthbound spirits that were addiction prone, wanting to attach on to, say, places like a bar, or attach on to a soul that is drinking in order to try to have that fix on the other side, recreate it. A lot of it's about recreation. On the other side of the veil, we can create things rather quickly, and that has a lot to do with it. Sometimes it's things that they're trying to resolve. Other times is not wanting to let go of their family. That's a huge one for earthbound spirits. Sometimes trying to come to humans for help. That could go probably into a whole show itself. But yeah. But in a sense, the earthbound spirit, they're still connected to the astral, but they tend to gravitate toward the earthbound. And sometimes they're just in a hurry to reincarnate, which a lot of people I talk to nowadays are like, oh gosh, I'm not coming back. I don't want to. But that could be another thing. And in a sense, it's a positive thing that they want to evolve, and there's things that they can do in a physical body that they feel would evolve them quicker. Yeah, that could probably be a whole series, literally.
Yeah, go down a rabbit hole on that one. Absolutely. There's a lot more questions here too for really cool topics to share on. So cool.
Yeah, there is, and that just brought back another memory. I might get back into it, but when I lived up north, we used to do house clearings, kind of like our own Ghostbuster unit, and we actually would create angelic portals for earthbound spirits that were trying to find their way back. But and there's the whole fear and love cycle, them oscillating back between love and fear, unfinished business, sometimes guilt, and they're trying to recreate an earth scenario in order to rectify or justify something, if that makes any sense. But yeah, that could be, probably a whole other show.
Yes. Well, I just want to share a message from Randy, our brother Randy, and he has been following both you and Patrick, and he shares that she makes me cry a few times a week because there's so much compassion I sense in the healing channels shared, nurturing healing, love, and constantly improving. Absolutely. Well, thank you for that, Randy.
Oh, thank you for that, Randy. My gosh, thank you.
And he also says that after a few sessions, you have her number, a great resource to reach out for a wide range of help. Beautiful. Thank you for that.
Oh, thank you.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much for being here, Rebekah, Renee. We're still feeling these beautiful angels and this higher self connection. I just want to give you a quick moment to say goodbye.
Thank you. And I'd like to thank each and every one of you for collectively joining. There's definitely power in numbers when we all join together and raising our vibration tonight and letting go of things that no longer serve us and taking it higher. And sending so much love to each and every person. And that's the main message that the angels have always given me over the years was know that you're always returning home to love, and it has nothing to do with being perfect or anything like that. We can always go back home to love, and that's where we're headed. And it's beautiful as we unite heaven on earth. So
that is so beautiful, and I just want to share that my animals are going crazy right now. They are elated with that. They love it too.
Yeah.
Rebekah,
yeah, they're amazing. They're so tuned in.
Animals. They can feel it too. Yes. They say, I want some of that. We love it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Rebekah, Renee, thank you for this quantum conversation, this quantum healing session. Thanks so much for being here.
You're welcome.
Until next time, namaste.
Namaste.
Again, if you would like to access Rebekah Renee's special offer, you can do that here on this page or visit acoustichealth.com/special offers/angelic. Thank you all for joining in on our collective group, and we so honor you, and we have you in our hearts as well. So now it is time to dance our way to the cosmic heart. Thank you for listening to this quantum conversation, and thank you for dancing with us to the cosmic heart. As we raise our own vibration, we raise the vibration of the planet. This show is dedicated to you and all awakening hearts, as we are here to shine our bright light and amplify our love. Access all quantum conversations, special offers from our guests, and online healing retreats by visiting acoustichealth.com. I'm Loren Gailey, and from my sacred heart to yours, I honor your magnificent love and light. We leave you now with music from the universe. Music literally created by the universe, as musical notes were assigned to mathematical equations. The result is this beautiful music, available at acoustichealth.com. Namaste.